When it comes to preparing seafood, few things are more important than the proper handling and filleting of the fish. And when we're talking about barramundi, also known as Asian sea bass, this becomes even more essential. Native to Australia and Southeast Asia, barramundi is prized for its delicate, buttery flavor and firm, moist flesh. But to truly enjoy its qualities, the fish has to be filleted correctly. So, why exactly is proper filleting so important when it comes to barramundi? Let's break it down. First and foremost, it's about preserving the quality of the meat. Barramundi has a mild, clean taste that can be easily compromised if the fish isn't handled properly. A dull knife, poor technique, or lack of attention to detail can lead to crushed flesh, leftover bones, or even damage to the fillets themselves. All of this can affect not only the taste, but also the texture and appearance of the final dish. Filleting the fish the right way also helps maximize yield. Barramundi can grow quite large, sometimes up to a meter in length, which means there's a lot of meat to work with. But without the right technique, it's easy to leave a significant amount of usable flesh on the bones. A skilled fishmonger or chef knows how to trace the spine, remove the fillet cleanly, and get the most out of every barramundi. Another critical aspect is safety. Like many other fish, barramundi can contain small pin bones, especially in the upper half of the fillet. If these bones are not carefully removed, they pose a choking hazard and can be unpleasant for the diner. Proper filleting includes identifying and extracting every bone to ensure a smooth, safe eating experience. Let's not forget the presentation side of things. A neatly filleted barramundi looks clean and professional, whether you're serving it in a high-end restaurant or preparing it at home. Ragged cuts, leftover scales, or torn skin can all ruin the visual appeal of your dish. For chefs who care about plating and overall dining experience, precision in filleting is non-negotiable. Proper fish preparation also reduces waste and environmental impact. Every part of the barramundi can be used if filleted correctly, including the bones and head for making stock or sauces. When people take the time to process fish with skill and respect, it contributes to more sustainable seafood consumption overall. This is especially important with popular species like barramundi, which is now being farmed to meet global demand. On a more technical level, proper filleting helps when it comes to cooking performance. Barramundi fillets are ideal for grilling, pan-searing, baking, or steaming, but uneven fillets, with varying thickness or leftover scales, can cook at different rates or burn. Clean, even cuts ensure that heat distributes evenly, giving you a better chance of achieving that crispy skin and juicy center that make barramundi so popular. Of course, hygiene is another key factor. Cross-contamination and bacterial growth can happen quickly when working with fish, especially in warm environments. A clean workstation, sanitized tools, and efficient handling are all part of the proper filleting process. The quicker and cleaner you work, the safer the food. Let's also talk about experience and flavor development. Many chefs believe that how a fish is cut affects how it cooks and absorbs flavors. A fillet that's too thick may remain raw inside, while one that's too thin could dry out or overcook. Proper filleting allows for a balanced surface area, which helps during marinating or seasoning and ensures a consistent taste throughout the dish. For those in the culinary world, whether professionals or home cooks, learning to fillet a barramundi correctly is a foundational skill. It's something that demonstrates respect for the ingredient and reflects a higher standard of cooking. A well-prepared barramundi dish starts long before the pan is hot. It starts with the knife, the cutting board, and the hands that understand the anatomy of the fish. So the next time you buy a barramundi, consider whether it's been filleted with care. If you're doing it yourself, take the time to learn the proper technique. It may seem like a small detail, but the difference in quality, taste, and presentation is huge. In summary, proper barramundi filleting is important because it preserves texture and flavor, maximizes yield, ensures safety by removing bones, enhances presentation, supports sustainability, improves cooking consistency, maintains hygiene, elevates the overall dining experience. Respect the fish, respect the process, and you'll be rewarded with a beautiful, delicious meal.
वास नहीं खाना